Malayalam cinema is known for making the best films in the country, but they are in deep trouble, which is leading to the shutdown of the Kerala film industry. What is going on? Let's talk about it. Hello guys, I'm Nona and I have been covering Malayalam cinema for almost 5 to 6 years now. And what I knew for a long time, today people across the country know that. They are praising the quality of films coming from Kerala. 2024 was the best year for Malayalam cinema in terms of reception and box office as well as the exposure it got. Today there are more people watching Malayalam cinema than ever before. But if we just had the best year for the industry, then why there are talks about shutting it down? Let's do a deep dive and break it down. So what happened? The Kerala film producers and the many film associations in the state had a meeting where they discussed the state of the industry. And the statistics were shared that last year around 200 films were released, out of which only 24 can be deemed successful. That means only 24 films made their money back and the profit over it, which in financial terms means that the industry spent around 1000 crore in making films and they only recovered around 300 crores, which means a staggering loss of 700 crores. And that has led to the statement the industry is in a financial crisis. Now they also revealed the causes behind such situation. The rise of high production cost, the actors' fees has gone up, the remuneration has become too high for the director and the technicians working in the film. Also the high taxation on films. They have to pay the entertainment tax plus GST, which according to them take away 30% of their profit. And they've even called out the merits of the box office milestones like 100 crore and 200 crores. That it's just a gross number, and in reality the producers only get 20 to 25% of it. Now they say they had discussion with the actors to reduce their fees, on which they agreed but later backed out. And all of this together has led to the call of shutting down the industry from June 1st. And the call was made by Kerala Film Producers Association's Vice President Suresh Kumar. Now in this situation, there's another factor of OTT. See, post-COVID, as the theaters were shut, OTT became the go-to for films to release. And that streaming bubble was created where every OTT platform was giving any amount of money to acquire films so that they have more offering on their platform and can get more subscribers. But when things came back to normal and the bubble burst, things have changed. The OTT has changed their strategy. Now they want to prove that their content is good enough and they want every film to have a theatrical release, and if it's successful, then only they'll bid for it. There'll be more negotiations and the deal will only be based on how much the film can bring subscribers to them. And thus today, most films are not finding any buyers. And over that, the platforms are now focusing on creating their own content which suits their own need. So the OTT bet that the producers had become dependent on through the COVID period is now not assured anymore. That safety cushion the producers had is gone. And all this is adding to that loss. Now let's go to the counter argument. Many in the industry came out against the call for the shutdown. And one of them is the producer Anthony Perumbuvur from Ashirwad Cinemas, who shared an open letter on social media arguing against the shutdown, that this decision was not taken collectively and there should be a discussion with the stakeholders, adding that shutdown is not the answer and it will impact the livelihood of so many people dependent on cinema. Regarding the milestones of the gross profits, he said every industry celebrates 100, 500, 1000 crores and that it's always been like this and we should celebrate it like that, considering how well Malayalam cinema is doing in the last few years. Now regarding the actors' high fees, the vice president of AMMA said that the actors are very important part of a film. They are literally on the posters who help sell the film and drive the audience to the theater, and alleged that this high fees issue is raised because producers are losing control. Which brings us to the next point, the power struggle in Kerala film industry. Now the more you go deep in this issue, it's very obvious to see that there is a power struggle going on. It is essentially becoming the old versus the new. It looks like the traditional producers in the industry are losing power. They are unable to control the industry the way they want it to. And the reason for is the rise of actors' own production companies coming up and taking away the chunk of the business. And if you look, the most successful films are coming from the actor-owned production houses. The best of the talent in the industry are going towards them and working with them. Maybe because they get more creative freedom there. And the traditional producers don't have much left with them, and the films they are ending up making are turning out to be flops and they are losing a lot of money. There were talks about banning the films of actor-turned-producers. Even L2 Empuran got dragged into this because the film is co-produced by Laika, an outside producer entering Kerala market. Now with all this happening, here's my personal take. Yet again Malayalam cinema ceased to amaze me. And why do I say this? Because at least they are talking about the issue, they are discussing it. Every film industry today is going through it. It's nothing special to Malayalam cinema, but unlike others, at least Kerala is not delusioned. At least they're unified as an industry to come together and tackle it. Yes, everyone will have different thoughts, opinions, there'll be clashes, there'll be people against each other, but at least it's happening. The process has started and it will lead to somewhere. Whereas if you look at Bollywood, it's just running like a headless chicken because no one knows what's going on. There's no industry as per se, there's no togetherness. Everyone's just doing something, everyone's just trying something, and they're just all over the place. And that's why there's a silver lining to this issue. Now, whenever there's success, as more money comes in, as more eyeballs come in, things are out to go out of hand. 3-4 years back, there was just 100 crore Malayalam film, and today they are 4 to 5. So if so much money is coming in, the box office is going high, of course the actors, the technicians, the directors, all of them will want to have a share of it too. They would increase their fees. If I am part of the film where the producer made 10-20 times of his investment, the next time I work with them, even I would like to have some more of that pie. But what's the limit to that? It's very hard to determine. Regarding the tax, they will be talking to the government. Let's see where that goes. Now the OTT thing had to happen. That bubble had to burst, and we are seeing the result of it. That was just a short-term thing, and if you just got too dependent and just relying on OTT, you will be facing the heat. Now the solution could be to have better structure in place. If you're someone who's charging high and you think you're adding too much value to the project, maybe instead of taking a high fees directly, you take part in the profit. Like if you really believe in the film that it will do well because of you, so you should be confident about it. Just take a nominal fee and remaining can be a cut from the profit. But the same structure applies to the producers also. They are demanding the people working on the film to charge less, but they should also be willing to pay everyone. Now I've heard some first-hand inside stories that how the freshers, the young people in the industry are being exploited. There's no structure in place, there are no contracts. If they ask for a contract, they get emotionally blackmailed that you don't trust me, it's a relationship. Everything is happening on the value of the word. And there's so many people for years are after behind a producer to get paid for the work they had done. Now I cannot judge how broad this issue is, but every person working in a film should have a contract. Because of that, you are at least legally assured that you'll get your money. But it's not happening, and people who are being exploited, they are at an early stage in their career. They don't want to be on the bad side of anyone in the industry. They're neither at a place where they can demand it nor they can raise their voice. So if things have to change, they have to change all around, not just on the one side. Now the threat of the shutdown of the industry could be just a bluff to put pressure on different people so that things get on track and there is a solution, and things always get resolved when you talk it out. So let's see where it goes. Let's wait and watch. But till then, you can check out this video. I talked about the best films of 2024 from Malayalam cinema. Where does your favorite lies? Check it out. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I will see you next time.